What's up, guys? So yesterday was actually a losing day. It lost a 5-day winning streak. I was doing the math. It's been about 30 days where we had only one losing day, a couple of break-even days, and only one losing day in the last 30 days. So it's been ridiculous. Then yesterday was actually a losing day. Even though we had five winners, there was a couple of losers that actually killed a couple of parlays, especially Freddie Freeman killed a parlay with Shohei Ohtani. There was a couple others. There was a under RBI that hit that was not supposed to, but obviously things happen. And I'm excited to announce two winners today. They're going to be 1 month free pass for two people. I put it out there several times. I said, if you go to the link in the description, you sign up for free. And if you leave a comment, I put up a form and you had to fill out a simple little form. It was like literally 60 seconds. And I got a bunch of market analysis because of it. But two people try to cheat. They put in a couple of submissions. So it is what it is. I just deleted those and I just saved their first submission. So it was an even match. 25 people signed up for that. Anyways, here's the two winners. I'm excited to announce. You need to send me a message. When you see your name here, you need to send me a message this weekend. If it hits Monday, then I can't help you. I'm going to send you an email as well and a text message. So here's my phone number. You can text me, say, hey, I'm the one that won, or you can send me an email as well. So let me just get right to it. Here's the list of people. Let me go back. Sorry. So again, you can see it's 25 different people signed up for this. Okay. This is a randomizer thing that I did. And the first winner is Andiswa. And there's his name right there, Andiswa. His email starts with that information, and then the last four numbers of his phone number. And then the second winner, guys, congratulations to Andiswa. And then the second winner is I believe was number 6. Yeah, so Kimari. And that's his email. It starts with his email right there, and then his last four of his phone number. You have until Monday to reach out to me. If you don't reach out to me by this weekend, then it goes to the next person. I can just redo this again for the next person. So reach out to me, send me a text message. Congratulations to those people. I appreciate you taking the time to fill out the form. Send me a text message, say, hey, I won the 1 month pass. I'm going to give you a bunch of batter props, and I have other plays, but I'm going to throw those inside of VIP. And I'm starting to throw a lot more information inside the Discord. So make sure you take advantage of that. If you haven't done so, guys, make sure you subscribe. So let me spin it one more time. So I will spin it one more time if these guys don't reach out to me. So they have today, the rest of today, and tomorrow. So I'm pretty much giving them 48 hours to reach out to me. If they don't reach out to me, then I'm going to go to the next. I'm going to spin it again. So here we go, guys. So anyways, this was it was like a 5-3 day, but the wins actually don't cover the losses. The reason that is because of the odds. So I'm gonna start explaining more stuff because from this same research that I did, a lot of people don't understand a lot of stuff. So if you're a beginner, I'm gonna explain more stuff. If you're more of a veteran, then I'm sorry, but I have to explain more things. That's what I'm starting to realize is that people really don't understand a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about. So even though I had 5 wins and 3 losses yesterday, the 3 losses were heavier than the wins. And the reason that is because of the odds. So you can see right here, I had Josh Naylor to get 1 hit, and he actually got 2 hits. So he did hit right there. You can see $50 risk to win $16.94. So again, I only made $16 with this $50 bet because the odds are so high. However, these batters props are hitting at such a high rate that I'm willing to do that. But then there's days where I can risk losing. So obviously, okay, so $16 right there. Okay. Next guy again, Trey Turner. That's the highest I'll pay for an odd. You can see he is literally at the highest at a -310 right there. So my $50 only brought back $16.12. So now do the math. That's 16 from the previous guy, 16 from this guy. That's $32. So if I had 1 loss, so $30 win and 1 loss of 50, that's a minus. Even though I'm winning 2-1, I'm losing money. I hope that makes sense. Then I had the Phillies. Luckily, these guys came back. They were losing. I thought they were going to mess up another parlay that I had, but they actually won. And again, these guys only brought back $27 because the odds were so high. but I didn't trust them enough to cover them at a -1.5. That's why I took the -1. And you can see the odds are -184. So they brought back 27 bucks. And then I took these together, and you can see this was actually at a plus number. This is the one I gave away for free. So if you would have been here yesterday on this live, you would have caught this one. And I said the Cubs and the Phillies, and it was at a plus, like a plus 108 or 110 or something like that. So you can see my 50 bucks brought in $55.11 back. So it was at a plus number, which is amazing. Then we had this one was inside the Discord, and actually we shared it in the VIP as well. I'm going to make a video about this, but these are called Nerfies. So no run first innings. And what we're doing, instead of doing no run first inning, we're doing it at a -1.5. And then we parlay the two of the best ones right there. So you can see we've been hitting a lot. It's actually my business partner that puts these out there. I don't do the research for these. He does. So I'm going to give him the credit for that. And then he puts these in VIP and inside the Discord as well. So these have been hitting very high for us as well. He put in another one, but I'm not going to count it as my win because I didn't place it. And I even forgot what it was. I had it in here and then I took it out because I can't take credit for what he did. So anyways, guys, like I said, it was a 5 wins and 3 losses. But like I said, the losses were heavier than the wins because I had Shohei Ohtani to get a hit, Freddie Freeman to get a hit, Machado to get a hit. All 3 of those did not get a hit. So the problem also was that Shohei Ohtani wasn't here. He's not listed as a winner because I had to parlay him with Freddie Freeman. So I hope that's making sense, guys. If that doesn't make sense, send me a comment, send me a message. I can explain this better. So the Cubs right here, you can see they started at a 270. Now they're at a 290. All the money and all the public money and all that stuff is going very heavily towards the Cubs. So the line is shifting a lot towards the Cubs already. It was at a 270 and now it's at a 290. You can see right here, they're supposed to win by 2 points or 2 runs, actually. There's a lot of indications that they're going to win this game. The White Sox were on a winning streak and the Cubs were actually on a losing streak. But now, like I said yesterday, they lost heavily to the Cubs. It's very windy here. I'm in Chicago right now, and the winds are about 20 miles an hour. We had a sandstorm over here because I live out in the suburbs. But overall, what I'm trying to say is that the wind is pushing outward, and there's going to be a lot of runs and a lot of hits, just putting it out there. So White Sox right here, they're not supposed to win this game at all. The Cubs, I'm going to give you all the reasoning behind it. It's not just this data here. There's a lot of data. But yesterday, like I said, this was very similar to yesterday's game. And I'll just give you the information here. So let me pull this in here. All right. The line move, like I said, it started at a 270. Now it's at a 290. So that's supported by sharps. The win probability for the Cubs is at 82%. That's an implied win probability. And then the Boyd, which is the ERA for Boyd, is the starting pitcher. For the Cubs is 2.78. And then you compare that to Burke, which is 4.15. The Cubs pitcher is much better. And then we have the bullpen is pretty similar. Also, this is very important. Right here, the OPS, meaning the on-base percentage, the Cubs are much better than the White Sox. This is the 17th in the last 7 days. White Sox are 23rd in the last 7 days. Also, there's recent domination, 13-3 win. 6, this is what I said yesterday. The White Sox and the Cubs only play 6 times a year. And the last 6 games that they've played, the Cubs have dominated the White Sox. Also, the wind is favoring the Cubs power bats. Okay, strong edge in every category. Cubs should win. All right, so like I said, that's going to be the first leg. You could take these at a -1.5 as well. I'm not touching that. I'm doing them straight up as a money line to win. And I'm going to show you. I actually like the Dodgers. I was looking at the Tigers, but I'm staying away. I was looking at the Padres, but I'm staying away. Like I said, I like the Phillies. I'm looking at the Rays. And I'm going to give you guys the batter props as well. So stick around for that. So you can see the Phillies right here versus the Pirates. I don't like this where the line is actually shifting in the opposite direction. It's going towards the Pirates. The reason that happens, even though like before, I'm going to be honest, when I was first learning how to do all this stuff, if this line was shifting like this dramatic, which is 15 points going towards the Pirates, I would have stayed away. I would have ignored this game. But I don't do that anymore because once you hit to a certain number in baseball, especially like a -300, it's very, very difficult to keep going past that. So what happens is that people start pumping money into the Pirates because it's gotten so much value at the +1.5 that the line starts shifting the other way. So what I'm trying to say here is that even though that 91% of the bets and 91% of the money is coming in on the Phillies, the line is shifting the opposite direction because, like I said, once it hits a certain number, there's value on the other side. Okay? If that doesn't make sense, that's a whole nother video. But basically what I'm trying to say is that the line is shifting towards the Pirates. So there is value there at a plus 245. I'm not touching that. I'm just telling you that there's value there from the plus side on the Pirates. All right. So that's for the Phillies. I'm looking at the Phillies still. Here's the Phillies. You can see they're supposed to win 5.1 compared to a 3.8. So that's the projected score right here. You got a bunch of data points here. The Pirates only won 2 of the last 5. Pirates have won 3 of the last 5. They got a bunch of over-unders here, the spreads and all that stuff. You can see the record is much better, 26-18 compared to the 15-30. These guys are pretty bad. They've only won 15 games out of the last 45 games. All right, so let's keep going here. Let me pull in the next stat. Again, this is the Phillies. The sharp money is confirmed. The line is shifting in the opposite direction, like I said. The win probability, this is the implied win probability, is 84% towards the Phillies. They do have a pitching edge. It's a dramatic edge. Look at the pitching for Phillies. The ERA is 2.95. Compare that to Mendolsky over here, 5.20. And I'll show you a better example of that. So over here, Zach Wheeler, you can see his ERA is 2.95. Compare that to the Phillies, it's 5.20. This dude Mendolsky has 1 win and 3 losses. Compare that to Wheeler. He has 4 wins and 1 loss. So it's actually flip-flopped, okay? The Pirates pitcher has lost 4 games and won 1, and the Phillies pitcher has won 4 games and lost 1. Okay, that's a huge mismatch in the starting pitching. Okay, the bullpen also is much better for Phillies. They're rested. And then the OPS, this is pretty dramatic as well. The Phillies are about halfway there. They're 14th for the Phillies, and then the Pirates are 24th. What this means is that the Phillies get on base much more than the Pirates. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And then the bullpen for the Pirates is struggling. The big edge is on pitching and the offense, and the Phillies should win. And here's the slip, guys. I'm taking the Phillies and the Cubs again. We did this yesterday. I was a little worried for a little while because the Phillies were losing the game, but that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm taking these guys. So let me just now give you the batter props. So let me just kind of set this up. All right, guys. Also on the Discord, we've been smashing it. I'm going to, for all the 25 people that filled out the form, I'm going to give them a free pass for 7 days for Discord. I'll do the same for all of you guys for being here on the live. You would go into Beast Sports Picks. I'm putting it in the comments. Go to Discord. And once you click on Discord, you're going to go in here and you're going to type in the word apply promo, and you go to the word comment. Okay, apply, and that's $0 for 7 days. That's for all of you guys that are on this live. So I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to share some batter props now. So for Aaron Judge, what you want to do is you want to go and look under where it says alt lines, and you want to go to over 1. You can see this dude has gotten 80% hit rate. In the last 5 games, he's gotten 4, 6, 7, 9, 11 hits in the last 5 games. Overall, he's faced this pitcher 6 times. He's averaging a .400 against this pitcher. There's a lot of other reasons, but those are the major ones. Aaron Judge to record 1 hit. I'm going to go to the next one, guys. It's Ryan Mountcastle. You can see this dude is hitting at 100% hit rate right there. Overall, it's telling you that he's failed to exceed 1.5 hits, but we don't care about that because the way I start this research, I'm not going to explain all this again, but basically the way I start all this research is I look at who's supposed to get 2 hits today. And that's how I start the research. So this guy is supposed to get 2 hits. And the warning here is that it's telling you that this guy has not gotten 2 hits. But we don't care about that. We want him to get 1 hit, okay? So he's faced this pitcher 3 times, and he's gotten 2 hits off this guy. So his average is 6.67. And these guys are so expensive that I had to parlay them together. You can do whatever you want. Like I said, I'm taking Judge and Mountcastle together. So here we go. You can see this dude averages 2 hits. Look at this. 2 hits, 2 hits all the way across. And then he missed this game. 0 hits. And then he had 1 hit, 0 hits, 1 hit, 2 hits. This dude is pretty much averaging 2 hits. Now, if we go down, he goes up to bat 4 to 5 times. And over here, he's faced this pitcher twice. He's gotten 1 hit. That's a .500. That's a very high hit rate. So he's not only hitting at an 80% hit rate overall, he's hitting at a 50% hit rate against this pitcher. So, and he's like the first or second batter on the Phillies. So he's going to see a lot of bats. It killed the parlay right there. But check this out. This dude is super solid. Overall, I don't even know how many hits that is right there. Look at that. 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. That's probably, I don't even know. What is that? 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16 hits in the last 10 games. If you look at his last 20, look at this. He's only missed 2 games without a hit. All right, this dude is a rookie, and this guy has been super solid. He got 4 hits yesterday, and he's going to be a superstar. You can already tell. This guy here, Pete Crow Armstrong. Look at this, 90%, 80% hit rate. Yesterday, he got 4 hits. And again, that's going to happen again today because they're playing in Chicago, and the winds are at 20 miles an hour. So the wind is actually pushing out, and any little hit is going to fly out. It's either going to be a home run or it's going to be a nice hit or whatever. It should be a lot of hits today. The line yesterday was at under 11.5. That's how high the line was at the beginning of the game, at 11.5. And somebody pointed out that they were going on the under, and I said, I'm not going to touch that because I saw the wins. And sure enough, the total score at the end was 16. So they went way over. Jose Ramirez to get 1 hit. Overall, you can see again, look at this, 100% hit rate, 4 to 5 times at bat. The only thing I don't like here is that he's faced this pitcher 4 times and he's gotten 1 hit. That's still an average of 25%, which is pretty decent actually, but I don't like it. That's a little bit less than the others. But overall, guys, I'm going to share this slip with you guys. Judge right there for the Yankees, his average versus this pitcher is .40. Ryan Mountcastle for Baltimore Orioles, his average is .667 against that pitcher. Trey Young, his average is .500. Ohtani, his average is 100%. So I think he faced him twice and he's gotten 2 hits. And then Armstrong, he has no splits against that pitcher. And then Jose Ramirez, it's actually, like I said, .25. Somehow it didn't come up right here. But either way, guys, those are the batter props to get 1 hit. I also like the Cubs and the Phillies money line. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer those. Otherwise, I'll just show you the slip one more time. And then I'll be happy. I'm parlaying the Phillies and I'm parlaying the Cubs. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Go to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Also, click on where it says free picks. If you want the 7 days free pass on Discord, there's about 60 people in there now. Click on Discord and then type in the word comment, and that'll give you 7 days for free on the Discord. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around, man. Yesterday, again, was a losing day. We had I'm going to actually run all the numbers for the last, let's say 7 days or something like that. We've been on a crazy, crazy run. Like some days are 8-3, other days are 6-2, other days are 8-2. So what I'm going to do in the last 7 days, I'm going to get all those numbers, and it's probably like a ridiculous number, maybe like a 30-5 or something crazy like that. So again, guys, yesterday was a losing day. We broke our winning streak. We were on a 5-day winning streak, but we're right back at it. I love the Cubs. I love the Phillies. I like the Dodgers. I like the Rays. I was looking at the Tigers, but I stayed away. I was looking at the Padres, but I stayed away. Inside the Discord, I gave a bunch of information on a lot of insights for different stuff. And I'm also going to start doing some WNBA stuff as well. So let's get right back into it, guys. Let's make some money. And I appreciate you all that are here. And congratulations one more time to the 2 winners. Damn, I wish I won, but congratulations to the VIP pass. Yeah, so 2 winners, guys, $200 value on each one. I don't know if I'll do that again or not. I'll probably be doing 1 week passes on the comments for the videos and stuff like that. I think people really like that. And I'll probably start giving away more passes for 1 week for the Discord. But again, guys, we've been profitable. It's been an amazing run so far. We got systems in place that have been massive recently. I have the person that helps me filter out all my stuff. He's getting better and better and better. So now by the time I look at the plays, it's pretty much already done. I just have to confirm them. So it's saving me so much time, and I do appreciate all that effort that he does. So it's a whole little team of people that in the background, it's not just me. So I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that's here. Thank you so much, man. Let's have a great Saturday.